as well, not just Bitcoin. So all of those things are good. The Russia thing, I don't know why they keep leading in that direction, but maybe that can change as well.
I know why. They're out of Bulgaria. Bulgaria is like the Europe's hotbed for all that spyware craft and info warfare and shit.
Yeah, I'm loving what Trump is doing though. See, this is the thing too. I think everybody now understands that what Trump is doing is a negotiating tactic with all of these countries. And whether we get, whether we take over Canada, whether we get back the canal, whatever, it's just like we're starting from a position of extreme strength, which is we're America, bitch. Do what the fuck we want or else, And that's how we should be treating everyone. Like, we don't need to be fucking suicidally empathetic to the rest of the world. The rest of the world has to deal with their own fucking problems. It's not our problem.
Yeah, and this whole, Russia has nukes, it's such a bitch position to take. Like, our nukes are so much better than their nukes. It's not even close.
I think the stronger Russia position is their resource wealth, like their 10 million or something barrels of oil that they produce.
No.
All we need is for Putin to die, and he's only like max 10 years away from death. So
he looks pretty healthy. He doesn't seem to be aging ever. Every time I see him talk, looks like.
Why don't we just take out Putin? Is it really? It's probably not that hard to establish.
There are many reports of Putin having cancer. He has cancer.
Yeah, but Huddle, I think that's disinformation. I don't believe.
You think it's disinfo?
Yeah, he has no fucking cancer.
Well, he's still like 67 years older. How old is he?
72, maybe.
72. Yeah, so like he max has 15 years left on the planet.
Yeah. I mean, of course, actuarial tables don't lie, or if the business gets too bad, or see, I want Trump to pump the shit out of oil, bring that down, bring it to $40 a barrel.
Right. That will reduce Russia's leverage. But until America or others do that, in that situation, Russia does have leverage over that. Like, other countries are happy to buy Russia's oil because they can get it at a lower price, at a discount. And so that's what Russia has over other countries, like China, India, and others.
Yeah, so what we really need to do to stop that is stop the renewables narrative and realize that the renewables are actually an attack on the Western world, because that is the number one thing.
I wouldn't doubt renewables are a psyop to help Russia.
Was fucking Russia fueling all those green
idiots?
Yeah, it's true. So
they got rid of their energy production.
The more renewables you put on the grid, the more peaker plants.
As a result, I mean, fucking Russia fucked them over.
Well,
and guess who told them? Guess who told them that was happening to them in the first term?
Trump.
Trump. He told them right to Merkel's face, and she was like snarking. Oh, what do you know? He's like, Russia's fucking you over.
German leaders are brain damaged.
The renewables
Germans have a lot of Germans have a lot of mental issues since World War II. Like, they still cannot get over that, and they have a problem with that. You can put them in their place very quickly just by bringing it up.
They're also half commie too. That's their problem.
Well, half the country was, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Russia was a bad influence there in Germany as well.
You realize that whole fucking thing was because Stalin asked U.S. to just hold off taking Berlin, let him take it instead.
I know.
We were a month ahead.
I know.
Think about the geopolitical implication of just some dude calling another dude and saying, "Hey, could you please pause and let me take it instead of you?"
No, it was so stupid. By the way, I don't know why when the minute the war was over, we didn't march into Moscow and start killing everybody. Like, we should have been like, give us back our tanks.
One of the generals proposed that, and
it was Patton, yeah.
Yep.
And then what happened? Why didn't it happen?
Well, everybody just was tired. I mean, the war was over. There was no reason. There was no real, like, immediate reason to do it. But Patton,
I mean, that's why Americans like what I love about Trump is he has a will to power, and what you need for a great nation is you need that will to power. And so all our leaders should have that. That should be a core element of it. And they should all be capitalist, will to power, all of that.
Yeah,
You gotta have
100%.
balls to do very, big, impactful things that change the course of history instead of just fucking maintaining it. Just win. You're number one, keep winning.
That's why we need a president who's all in on Bitcoin rather than some pussy who invests in index funds.
Well, that would require you to run, Mr. Hoddle.
Don't worry, we're T-minus 20 years away. I'm working on the platform now. Just telling most of you, you're not gonna like it.
I think I would like it. I like
Tough
pretty much
medicine for
everything you
America.
say. I like pretty much everything you say, so I think I would love it.
I would be just like Trump in that regard of just like, speak softly and carry a big stick. Like that is American diplomacy, by the way. Anybody who's unwilling to do that is
That's funny that you think he speaks softly.
well, no, he's speak loudly and carry a big stick, which is
That
also
would make
okay.
sense.
I'm also okay with it.
Also an effective strategy.
Also effective. The most effective part of the strategy is the big stick. The rest of it is like whatever. America has the biggest stick, and we will hit you with it. Like, and you should know that. Deep in your heart, you should know that. Like Panama is talking shit. Like you're about to get hit, bitch, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Dude, we were there in the 80s. We could just fly to Halley's again. Take it over.
Yep.
And our big sticks are pointier than theirs.
By the way, Panama can't exist without our fucking
It sounds so
our
good.
trade route. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all our goods flowing through the canal. There's nobody else's shit going through the canal. Like, of the amount of, like, raw, product that goes through the canal, how much of it do you think ends up in Panama? 0.01% or something? Like, it's all flowing to America. Plus, by the way, we dug the fucking canal. Lost a shitload of men doing it. It was one of the craziest engineering projects in history.
Carter,
Yeah.
remember? I think Carter gave it away. I don't know the details of that, but of course it was a Democrat who did that.
Yeah, like,
right?
why would you give it away? It's ours.
Because it's a Democrat. Like, that's what Democrats do. They're weak.
Trump is the president for America.
Like, oh yeah, let's give it to the people who didn't build it for no reason. Like, okay, cool. By the way, just having that canal dug makes Panama more prosperous. They don't need to control it in order to be prosperous. Like, just having it dug makes them one of the most prosperous places in South America or Central America.
I wonder if Trump is trolling or if he's actually serious with what he's saying, because he's saying a lot of things.
I think he's serious. No, I think
He's dead serious.
I think he's serious. You know how I know he's serious? Because I'm serious about it too. Like, if we took over Canada, if we annexed Canada, I would be deadly serious about that fact. I would be like, fuck yeah, let's annex the shit out of Canada.
I think the Canada one's more of a feeler. I don't think he's gonna try and do that. But
We're probably.
I think he's serious.
Canada would have to want it for us to do it. But if
want-
Canada wanted it,
No. He said that Canada wants it, though. He said most Canadians want to be the 51st state. So it must be true, right? So there we go. There's a referendum. The referendum is already done. The referendum is done. The referendum is already done.
Me and Dave are for it, and like the Bitcoiners are for it that live in Canada. But
As far as Greenland
most people have negative feelings towards America and Canada.
I know, but we won't count their votes. We'll have a referendum like in Crimea.
At the same time, the feelings on Trump in Canada are like
Chris is
very
just
low
saying that
approval
because
rates.
his mom is a communist.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true, but
the polls are showing that Canadians support it.
By the way, Huddle,
there's no
Greenland
way
has
that's
the
true.
ability to vote on its own destiny. Like they reserve the right to be independent from Netherlands, and they can vote themselves out. The current leadership is a little retarded, but the 50,000 inhabitants there are all in favor of independence and going with the United States.
I can't imagine telling anyone that I'm pro-Trump
Denmark.
in any setting, like social setting.
You're a
Like
fucking
Denmark.
pussy. Go get your
Denmark,
Botox.
Netherlands.
You're probably right, Becca. I'm an American. I screw up geography in Europe.
Okay.
Get the Botox, Chris.
I can't tell if Chris is trolling or serious.
Oh, he's dead serious that he wouldn't say
likes
that in
to troll.
public.
No, he likes to troll.
I
You
definitely
wouldn't
would
talk
not
about-
say. I would not talk about Trump. Like be pro-Trump in any social gathering in Canada.
See?
There's no way that like you're in a group of 5 people, and like people, unless it's like 5 dudes. But if there's any females there, there's no chance that it would be like taken well.
Not true.
Dave, you live in a weird like chicken milker fucking utopia.
Have you
Wow.
considered
Canadian
it's-
on Canadian crime.
Chris, have you considered it's your lisp that makes you not be able to bring it up in that setting?
I haven't considered that. No.
Yeah, try saying it without a lisp. It might work better.
That was a terrible list joke. There's a lot you can make. That was a bad one.
Have you considered not hanging out with commies, Chris?
Have you considered just Fixia? Because they're fixer.
Are they?
Yeah. I had a speech impediment. I went to speech therapy. It was fixed in a couple of months.
I did that in like for like 8 years. Didn't take.
No,
Didn't work hard enough.
this is actually an improvement of what it probably was.
That's what I hear, but I don't know. People also say they don't hear it after a while, so I don't know if it's just people saying because they don't notice as much, or if it actually didn't get better.
I have to admit,
Maybe
I
just
forgot
need to
about
combine-
it for a while.
Maybe you just need to combine speech therapy with steroids.
I also don't care about my list. I just don't like bad jokes.
Well, it's not really a joke. It's just you need to say it in a certain way if you're going to bring up Trump, right? And for people to not react poorly.
In a certain way, just without like slurring your words.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just needs to come off with a certain gravitas, you know?
You gotta remember too, Chris thinks I'm from a weird community because I'm not communist. Because we like freedom, we value freedom, we value Christian principles, and that makes us weird to them.
Yeah, I don't know why someone would care what others around them think. Like if you care and if others think differently, then why are you hanging out with them? Find better friends. Don't hang out with, leftist faggots.
I'm just saying that Dave has a bad representative of the Canadian people because he.
No, you have
Hangs out with a
you have a bad representative.
No,
You
he's
hang
with
out with
Dutch
the
people.
losers.
We got 2
Everyone you
Canadians
hang out
duking
with
it
it.
out.
Everyone you
No, I hang
is
out with
Dutch.
rural people. That's not true. That's not true at all. And it's
Just hang out with
it's a
people whose
classic
opinions
mindset.
you agree with.
It's a classic mindset of somebody that is a commie that hates the people that value freedom. Well, you guys are Dutch or something. Like, no, we're rural people that value freedom. We build our own schools because we don't like the government indoctrination camps, and you think that makes us weird. We think that makes us right. Like, we think we're right.
I mean, Chris, is this true? What are your political opinions? Are you on the left, or are you on the right, or are you in the center, or
Absolutely
what?
always been on the left.
Okay, so then it's not like that means he's just scapegoating like the others and shifting the blame. Instead, it's not about the others. It's just about he just has different political views.
Chris, do you feel offended and you want him to say sorry?
No. So Teddy, do you think that like most Canadians would be in favor of becoming America, or like what do you, or do you think that like people in this room would be in favor for it, but like majority of Canadians would not be thrilled about becoming the 51st state? Like initial reaction. I think overall it'd be good for them.
I think most would not like it, Chris. But the ones that matter.
Okay, but that was the whole how the argument started. You said that Canadians would be in favor of it, and I said that's not true.
Yeah, commies wouldn't.
And then that's why I said that when I talk, especially with Trump being in office,
what are your other two wishes?
Canadian, because like if I bring up Trump in like a social setting, it wouldn't be taken well, and that was my argument. And now you're saying that you also agree with me that Canadians wouldn't be in favor of.
No, I was trolling when I was saying most.
And that's all I'm saying. Is that Canadians.
Then you say I live in a weird community, right? And it's funny that you say that. It's funny that you say that. I think it's hilarious.
I don't think it's a
you're
bad
one of the one that
community.
lives around weirdos.
Okay. I'm saying that like you're in a fringe group in Canada.
It's not fringe, dude. It's not majority, but it's not fringe. It's like 40% of Canadians.
I'm not saying that your Dutch, like religious, like freedom loving people are bad. It sounds like a great time. Sounds like great family values. I'm just saying that it's not reflective of the overall Canadian people. And you're agreeing with me.
It's like 40% of Canadians. Yeah, it's not the majority. I'm not saying like.
That's the only argument
I'm not
I make.
part of some weird. I'm not part of some weird fringe community either. Like, that's the way the commies love to portray it. It's just like the freedom. The people who support the freedom convoy are some fringe group of people.
30% of Canadians are Dutch. We're not letting them in as another state. Then I'm sorry.
Don't let them dehumanize you.
Rumble's about to break $12.
So it's crashing?
Sorry, I meant 14.
Okay.
Jesus.
How long before Twitter abandons MicroStrategy and goes all in on Rumble?
I sold all my options today like a bitch, bro. Dave inspired me.
Andrew, let's start the irresponsibly long rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble.
We can make fun of Teddy in it.
Yo, that was a hilarious
clip,
David.
We
should start an irresponsibly wrong MSTR. We should start that. I can't believe you sold all your options, though, Teddy.
For Dave, the Rumble trade was always about free speech, so it's going to be a hold forever. I mean, sure, he sold most of his options before.
I will be exercising now.
I was curious if Rumble has any take on that, or if it's just Bitcoin, or if are they aligned sort of philosophically?
Yeah,
that's the whole point. That is the Rumble thing.
That's long before Bitcoin.
Is free speech. But they can't be that. That's the thing. So fundamentally, they're still going to have to listen to governments and whatever, but they don't they don't get rid of conservatives. All the conservatives are on Rumble now that got kicked off. YouTube and everything.
They won't demonetize gun channels just for being gun
And
channels.
they do have like radical liberals and stuff that they don't kick off also. So it's not just like a conservative exclusive thing. Although mostly the radical libs don't get kicked off of YouTube and whatnot, so don't need to.
Seems like a good investment. Yeah.
And JD Vance was one of the VCs in them. So.
Oh, no way. Okay, cool. Thanks for the rundown. The Rumble rundown.
Trusting your gut is underrated. Millions of years of evolution for fight or flight, and your gut is the middle of that.
Evolution is a lie.
Yeah.
Get him, Andrew.
It's just what they taught in school. I don't know anything better.
They taught you a lot of things in school.
Should have gone to Dave's school.
Take everything you learned in school with a grain of salt.
Oh.
Except for math.
And make sure it's not pink Himalayan.
That's right. reading a fancy wine label. Just replace everything that is the same word with maca. And it'll be like, oh, it tastes dry. It tastes white. Tastes different.
No, fancy wines don't write things like that on their labels.
Yeah, the fancy ones just say, from the blah blah region, the end. There's nothing else to say.
Chateau Blanc. That's it.
Chateau blah. From blah.
They might have a number to go and authenticate the bottle, though. That's about it.
So this guy on Twitter goes, for those who quit alcohol, what are your tips? And I replied, do not consume alcohol.
That's legit advice.
It's probably the best tip he could get.
Very legit advice.
So many people are like, drink more water. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I know, like, how's that going to stop you from drinking alcohol?
Yeah, exactly. Not like alcohol is used to quench thirst. Fucking retard.
Dude, if you've been drinking for a long time, like 20 years or whatever, when you quit, it actually, like, hardcore sucks for, like, a year. You know?
Me, it was like,
that...
I wasn't drinking for 20 years, but it was definitely 3 months of, like, not feeling normal.
Yeah, I would say I felt abnormal for, like, 8 months. And that was when I realized I was like, oh, I actually was, like, drinking more than I thought I was. You know? Or it was having more effect or whatever than I thought it was.
You go to the Sailors 100K party with your wife or no?
Nah.
Nice.
I asked her if she wanted to come. I asked her if she wanted to come. She did not. So I gave my +1 to Rob.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. Because that pumps my bags. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I try to get Sailor to fucking invest in Anchor Watch. That'd be proper.
It's not a 100K party anymore, Teddy.
Well, some people on Twitter are speculating that it is. And that's why it was such a small buy this week, because Sailor is stacking capital to send Bitcoin to 100K on New Year's Eve.
That would be fucking boss.
I do not believe it to be true at all, but, you know, conspiracy theories are always fun.
Bust out the button in an acrylic case.
Poof. That would be epic, man.
Dude, the worst part about this Rumble trade is that I got a couple normie friends into it, so now I'm getting the screenshots. And I got out far too early, and so then I look back at the beginning of the threads where I'm giving them all the reasons why they should get into it. It's like, god damn it. Follow your own conviction.
It's so annoying, right?
Yeah,
it's probably because you undersized the position, so that's why you didn't care.
Oh, did I? I did all right with it, but I had
yeah.
I could have been far more into it.
No, I made like $2,000 on it or something, and I was like, ooh, that's cool, you know. But I could have made like 20 grand. So like I fucked it up.
Wait. We're talking Rumble or
Rumble?
MSTR?
Rumble.
I think Crypto, you were talking MSTR, right?
No, Rumble.
No, Rumble.
Oh, okay.
I got out. Me and Crypto both got out too soon on Rumble.
Yeah, I almost did a 10x, and if I had just held like an hour longer today, it would have been like 11x. But whatever.
Good enough. Dave did the smart thing and bought options. You know,
No,
which is what I should have done. Yeah. You and Dave did the smart thing.
Well, Dave says he bought options before I said this in Clubhouse. Who knows if he did or not? I'm not saying he's a liar. I actually probably believe him. I know he does trade options, but I came in, I was like, yo, this is fucking, like, Rumble just announced potential Bitcoin strategic reserve, buy options. And a bunch of people did. Like, John Fakori did, and he traded in and out of them a few times. And then when David Sachs got announced as
Cryptozar,
then we pumped to like $8.80, and I know that a bunch of people like sold, like, and my options at that point were like up 4.5, like 440, 430%, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like anybody that got them at the same time as me was up the same. I know Dave sold half of his stack at that point. I don't know if he still had some up through this, but it's just one bullish thing after the other that's kind of been pumping the bags. The 775 Tether investment, and then like today the CEO tweeting like, imagine you can tip in Bitcoin/USDT.
Right.
I sold 60% at the Pico top of that last pump. I nailed that timing.
Pico top no more.
I was super proud of it, and now I'm like, son of a bitch.
It's always the Pico top until it's not any longer.
Yeah. No, but even then, it's pretty hard to time it as well as I did. I got super lucky. And
you could have timed it as well as I did.
I don't know, it sounds like you fucked up the trade, I'm just saying.
Well, I'm still holding on to 40% of it, so it's doing quite well for me. I sold at a 400 and something percent gain, right? So
you still holding the 40%, Dave, or did you?
Nope, I'm still holding.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I sold 80% of my position. I started at 20.
I might actually exercise Teddy.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, and then I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna roll this. Like, MSDR's price is too good right now. I'm just gonna roll this 100% of these gains into MSDR right now. Which I already did that. I love it how Trey exited his Rumble position like the moments before the 775 Tether announcement.
I didn't leave the whole position though.
Still 80%.
I mean, I got out at 850. I bought it like 524. Sold at like 850, and moved it into MSTR. So. MSTR was probably 360 something at the time.
Yo, speaking of gains, I'm doing some degen shit and playing blackjack at 8:20 in the morning. So I'll let you guys know how I did
at the casino?
Let's fucking go.
At the casino, yeah.
Nice.
I'm getting my car worked on, and this is Vegas, so the casino's right next door.
Go all in, man. One hand.
I was like, fuck it. I need to kill time.
Rumble.
Yeah, I can't play that aggressively because I need to kill time.
I know, that's the worst when you're like, you're supposed to be there for a certain amount of time because you got something going on.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I need to kill an hour, so like, if I play, you know, I'm gonna play like $1,000. If I play it all in one hand, it's like, it's over.
You're playing way more than 1,000. Stop it.
Nah, I think I'll only play about 1,000. Because I don't really feel like gambling. I'm just doing it literally just to kill time.
How much cash did you bring? Truth.
0. I gotta pull out cash.
Trey, have you been playing poker lately?
Very little. I've been getting ready for the holidays mostly, and I played in some great games. I haven't run great, but been great games. You know, if I get some more cards.
Yeah, Trey, this guy I know just came third in this big tourney, $2 million prize.
Oh, it's the same tournament my buddy was in, most likely.
The Triton?
How'd your buddy
Oh,
do?
you're talking about the Triton series. He went over to Macau. Are you saying your buddy went to Macau?
I don't know where he was playing. I just saw him posting it on his Instagram.
Shit, that's dope. Oh, how'd you do in that cash game the other day you went to? You told me the amount.
I was up like
buying the game.
I was up like a lot, and then I ended up being up like 20 grand at that.
Hey, 20 grand's 20 grand. Small win hearing about the size of the game, though.
Yeah, I was up like $250,000 at one point, though.
Damn, what are you guys playing? 100, 200? 250, 100?
Oh, this game was 500 to 1,000, bro. It was a really big game.
They don't get any bigger.
Minimum entry was $250,000, and most people were sitting with like 1 to 2.
One of those televised ones or private?
Private.
Definitely you could get your dopamine in those games. Fuck.
Yeah, I've never played a game that big. I don't like selling tons of action in myself because I want to have most of my own action. You know, so I just usually forgo games that big just because the risk. I'd have to have a good relationship with somebody that understood the swings to that would before I'd play those games. You know, a degenerate like Teddy.
I guess like I'm sure. I guess $1,000 is a lot of money to you, so that makes sense. But you know,
Motherfucker, he's talking about buying in $250,000, bitch.
yeah, I know. He's just saying that like just a small amount of money to some people. You know,
This is Canadian
Yeah,
dollars.
$250,000 is a lot of fucking money to anybody. I don't give a shit who you are.
Nah, some people it's nothing.
All right, me and you, let's play for $250,000. I'll put up 100% of myself.
Oh no. For me, it's a lot too. But
I'll thank you, Trey.
It's nothing.
Thank you. Let's play for your house profits.
$250,000's a lot of money. That's what I made on my Rumble trade.
Easy come, easy go.
You guys are too rich. That's why I hang out here.
Oh shit, we're really poor now. Bitcoin's at 93.
We're poor.
$92.9, but who's counting?
Good morning, Delta.
It's afternoon for me.
Yeah, I guess it's like 5 p.m. Pizza is kind of a shit coin. No nutritional value.
Is it normal for you? Do you have any house showings this time of year, or does it completely dry up?
You don't see a lot of stuff going on the market here, that's for sure.
Someone wants to come view my girlfriend's house today at like 3 p.m. Seems bizarre to me.
Well, maybe they have like a tax reason they need to get the purchase in before the end of.
Maybe they have a job that doesn't allow them to see houses, so they want to see them when they don't have a job to go to over the holidays.
Could be.
I remember when my wife was still working, me and her looked at a few places over the holidays. She didn't have time when she was working.
What do you think the real estate market will do in the spring, Teddy?
Go up.
In American dollars or just Canadian dollars?
Probably both. I don't know how bad the Canadian dollar gets to the American dollar between now and then. Probably slightly worse, but not like a crazy amount.
All right, I couldn't help myself. I sat with 1,000. I turned it into 4. I left with 0.
Oh shit.
I couldn't help but play aggressive, bro, because I was just like sitting there thinking, I was like, if I don't leave with 10 grand, this was pointless. And yep, I lost it all in one bet.
The 4 all in one.
Yeah, I lost the 4, dude. I lost a 20 to a 7 card 21 too.
Oh,
so annoying.
God.
I know. I was pissed. I was like, really?
Just split that 20, bro.
Sometimes it's just not your day, bruh.
I was over 1 million Satoshis burned.
Million Satoshis burned. You live and learn. It's Christmas time. I'm doing rhymes. Bitcoin's 90K. I'm feeling gay. Going to Sailor's house. I can't think of a rhyme.
You ain't got no mouth.
Going to the 90K party. It makes me really not want to get on an airplane. Because we're going to be like at 87K, and I'm just going to be like, why am I here? Why am I here?
There's pretty strong support at 90.
It's just, you know what I mean? Partying at under 100K for the 100K party just feels lame. Because I'm like, when 1 million, bro? When 1 million?
You guys think we'll have, like, the last several years we've had, like, January 1st be very bullish checks? Think we'll see that again?
Yeah.
People are just booking profits through Christmas, not really paying attention to Bitcoin, doing their thing with their family. You know, typical shit.
They're probably selling in order to buy their Christmas presents, right, Tim?
That's right. Yeah, I was thinking about this. Okay, so the stat I keep thinking about lately is that people with between 1 and 1,000 Bitcoin control 50% of total supply. And I think that the things that those people do, which by the way, that's us. That's just people in this room and people we know and Bitcoiners and like, that's who that is, right? The things that we think and do are going to greatly influence the price action over the next 10 years. So if we all believe in continuing to hodl hard as fuck, price is going to run crazy like immediately.
Let's go. I'm going to work hard and one day I'll get to that one.
We're all like, oh, it's been a long journey. That's right. But if we're all like, yo, it's been a long journey, like it's time to fucking take some profits and enjoy life, then the price is going to move up a lot slower. A lot slower.
Yeah, screw that. I'm going to enjoy life a little bit.
Michael spends 1 fucking week in Italy.
I feel like a lot of niggas started taking profits at 100 now.
Too many people.
Like a lot of fucking people.
It was a long, hard bear market, so I understand, you know.
It wasn't that long. And it wasn't that hard.
It was for people who were 100%. It was for people that were 100% invested. It was tough psychologically. I know because I lived it.
You're in the Matrix, Huddle.
But still, I don't have.
I heard you, but you're in the Matrix. Jimmy, it's different. Like Huddle was just saying, when you're 100% invested, and then add on top of that you don't have a job.
Yeah.
Like these people got in Bitcoin at $10. They don't earn any income.
I don't know, bro. They earn plenty of income from Bitcoin appreciation. It's hard. I think if your lifestyle, so like, you know, Huddle has hella kids, bro. Huddle's popping his motherfuckers out. It's different. You got wild responsibilities. I think if you're a lot of these nerds about families, they just fine if they bought a 10. You know what I mean?
You ain't fine if you bought at 10, put everything in there, and you don't sell Bitcoin, Jimmy.
Are you kidding?
You gotta
You're
make
totally
money.
fine. What are you talking about? You go from being fucking godly net worth to like just ultra high net worth. Like, what are we talking about?
Hey, these are my problems, Jimmy.
Yo, in poker, don't you call this upstuck?
Yes, that's exactly what you call it, 100%.
Yeah.
That is the term.
So that's what happens to everybody. They get upstuck, and they're like, I'm rich, but in reality, they're poor. You know, or they went from actual rich to entry-level rich, and they can't help but feel like they're supposed to be rich again. The other thing that people do that causes them to sell at 100K, I think, is they do this shit where they're like, man, if I would have sold, I could have bought this and that, and I could have done this and that. And they like build it up in their mind, and so then when the price is high again, they do all that shit because they've been thinking about it for years at this point. Like, you start convincing yourself you really should have bought a big house or whatever, and then when it gets back to 100K, you do buy the big house because you're like, fuck it, that's what I wanted.
Yeah, that's facts.
Be careful, Huddle. Jimmy only made it to entry-level rich. Where's?
By the way, I am gonna buy myself a nice house this time around, but I already
yourself a nice Wi-Fi router too.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi is important.
He's in a casino right now.
Bro.
He's in a casino or a car dealership.
I thought he said he left.
It's a car dealership.
Well, he said he was getting his car worked on, so.
Oh, nice.
That's right.
Yo, can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My shit was trying to connect to the casino Wi-Fi. That's why I think it was fucked up.
They're hacking you, bro.
Yeah, dude. It's the Israelis.
What do you guys think the Bitcoin price is going to be 1 month after Trump takes office?
150K.
All right, let's go. I like the 150. Yeah, because I'm thinking of getting a car here in Spain.
If he does the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve or not, like that's a pretty big factor.
I mean,
Not so much
assuming he doesn't do the strategic Bitcoin.
Michael, I'll take the other side of that. I'm going to say 80K, just because, assuming if he starts doing a fuck ton of like import tax on a bunch of other countries, the market will be reactionary to that, and then global macro will go down, and Bitcoin's just now a proxy for that. So at least on the short run. So if he comes in and he puts, a 30% tariff on Canada and Mexico, you would see the market, shit the brick for that month.
That's super bearish. I'm considering whether to put a deposit on a car for when I get back to Europe around March 1st.
Well, you'll definitely know if he's Mr. Tariff by March.
Well, he's already said he's going to be Mr. Tariff, so the question will be, how do the markets react?
That's the thing, is that something can be good for the country and bad for the short-term markets. They almost tend to go hand in hand.
Yeah, that's true. In fact, the more good it is for the country, the worse it'll be for the market short term.
Huddle, you know that meme I posted of Gladiator in the straitjacket?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, secretly, people don't know this, but it's a Houdini meme. This motherfucker's a magician.
You got to keep adding to the straitjacket, put him in, locked in
Somebody
have
cuts
cold
him in
water.
Somebody cuts him in half. somebody comments on one of his posts, if you actually think we're going to break out this week, then why don't you sell all your MSTR and buy MSTX? To which he replies, I'm already all in MSTX, you moron.
That's the fucking base.
Huddle, your shit's retarded again.
Hello, guys. Someone from Europe?
Yo, I'm gonna pull a John Ficore. Hey, man, me in the Matrix and with loud background music is still better than all the shit you motherfuckers say. I'm the only reason this room exists. Fuck you, I have a small penis.
We listen to John Seth occasionally, but it is true otherwise.
I was hoping to find John Seth. I'll talk to him in the next couple of days. There's a Supreme Court case I wanted to get his opinion on. There's probably one of the worst, if not the worst, Supreme Court rulings that have ever happened, called Kelo, that someone from the state of New York is trying to repeal. Speaking of fascism, so I think it was like 20 years ago, the Supreme Court said that eminent domain applies if there's an economic interest in increasing the tax revenues of the state. And that was such a, but that was such a disgusting ruling that in 47 states, they amended their constitution to make that illegal so that you could only eminent domain if there was a strategic public interest, not an economic, like this increases our tax revenue. And there are only 3 states that didn't change their bylaws. One of them is New York. So there's a Supreme Court case going up right now to determine whether or not Kelo should still apply to them. And it's, again, one of those scenarios where New York is just in complete open defiance of the Constitution, and I'm really hoping this Supreme Court case bitch slaps them.
How wild it is for New York City as a government to be like, I'm competing against you, nigga. No, thank you. You can't buy this eminent domain. Suck my dick.
Jimmy, it's crazier. It's crazier than that, dude. So in this scenario, Pfizer opened up an office, right? So they opened up an office in upstate New York. And then they decided they needed a parking lot for their office. And so they talked the municipality into eminent domaining this woman's home out from under her. And the public interest was Pfizer needed a parking lot. And that the argument that they used for the eminent domain was that the Pfizer employees would increase their tax revenues for the municipality. And that's why it was a public interest case. And then they eminent domained this woman's house. And then Pfizer never built the parking lot.
Fuck those guys.
But that's just straight up fascism when you're saying, like, hey, the government can steal your property from you.
Employees can park in the grass if they need to. Don't worry about it, Mohan.
It's straight up fascism when you get to say your rights end the moment a corporation can make profits off of you not having your right. Like, it's completely different to say, hey, we have to build this highway. It's super important versus the Pfizer Corporation needs 3% higher profits. Therefore, we're going to eminent domain your property rather than let Pfizer give you an offer that we would be willing to take.
Pfizer needed that land in order to develop the vaccine, Mohan.
They never even used it. Did they use it for meditations in nature? So, David, it's fucked up. Not to say that I wanted it to happen, but I'm thinking what's the best use that could possibly happen from a bad scenario? And I'm really hoping that that woman who got burnt alive is going to shock the conscience of enough people to realize that, you know, we really do have to get rid of all the violent ones. Like, it's not a debate. It's just like a necessity at this point.
Mohan there? Crypto, are you there?
Hey.
So, dude, have you been doing any AI stuff? Like any video rendering, any prompting, anything like that? From an art standpoint?
No, I dabbled a while back, and it's changed so much since then that it wouldn't do it justice. Mohan, I know, is like on top of it.
Yeah, I figured he would be, which is why I just asked that called out for him, but I guess he's gone, but he'll be back.
You messing around with it?
Yeah, kind of. Like on the creative side, I want to get in the weeds enough to where I'm like, I would say proficient enough for an amateur, but because I want to get into the business side of it more. So I'm just in the kind of starting phase, just messing around with different things. So I'm curious if anyone's had experience, what they've used, and what helped them kind of fast track their, learning curve. I'm not looking to do anything locally yet, at least for now. I may never. But in terms of like other systems and programs that they.
You been using it on the real estate side?
No, not at all. Nothing really. I mean, I've been using AI for real estate for years, but nothing from like a creative, like visual stuff, like AI in the background for sure. Like a lot of AI in the background. I mean, I have AI-based assistants that literally call lead databases and set up calls for agents.
I've got a list I've been compiling from various groups. Happy to share with you. It's just kind of a list of various AI tools.
That would be awesome. I would love that.
Where should I DM you?
That is a good question. Telegram?
Yeah.
Just Jalta Huddle on Telegram.
Cool, thanks.
I hope most of you get coal in your stockings. Fuck you.
Only the bear.
Everybody was telling me, motherfucking Hoddle, you're in the Matrix. You're in the Matrix. This whole clubhouse is in the Matrix.
Oh shit, somebody's on
Trying to
fire.
break out of the Matrix with Zach and Andrew Tate.
I saw Zach was on stage with Andrew Tate, but I don't think he got to talk to him. Did he?
No,
Zach,
Tate just rambled for an hour, and then I think Zach had to leave for a dinner party or something.
I have to say that I listened to some of that because Zach was on stage. Andrew Tate is very good at PR spin. Very good at it. You know? Like, I mean, really, it's like Hyler not that good at bullshitting. He's really good at bullshitting.
The rest of the room must have gone into the Matrix again.
Because he takes truth and mixes it with lies in a very convincing way. That's the thing that good liars do, by the way. Good liars tell the truth 90% of the time. So that when they do lie, it's believable. You know? Because, like, hey, this guy mainly tells the truth. Why would he be lying about this? But he just lies. He lies about important things. You know what I mean? Wait, did you say that's my secret?
Sounds like you know that strategy well.
I am good at lying if I need to be.
Is Trump a good liar, Hoddle?
No.
Terrible.
Andrew Tate is, though.
Dude, so much of that conversation was legal speculation, too. Zach not getting to chime in.
I know, right? Yeah, Tate is just really good at... He never does, like, the obvious things that obvious liars do.
They dropped the case, therefore I am innocent of everything.
Right. Like, a bad liar will be like... I was watching this video of this woman describing how liars will do question inflections at the end of statements. So you'll be like, Dave, did you take the cookies out of the cookie jar? And you'll be like, no. And so, like you're saying no, but you're actually, like, asking the question, do you believe this? Are you buying this shit? Right? And that's, like, what a bad liar does. A good liar, like, if you say, Dave, did you take the cookies out of the cookie jar? You say, no. And then somebody says, well, who took them? You're like, I don't fucking know. That's what a good liar does. Just make a declarative statement. You don't go, no. Why would I do that?
Honestly,
Yeah,
it's suspicious though if you're like overdoing it.
Well, you just say it just enough. You just say, no.
Dave,
and then you go, you sure? And you go, nope, wasn't me.
Once she catches you banging around the sofa, you just say, wasn't me.
Otto, did you lose your $1,000 on blackjack?
I did, yes. I did.
No, the dealer lost it. You did nothing wrong.
Yeah, the casino lost. I gave them my money, they lost it. I was up $4,000, and then I was like, it'd be a lot cooler to be up $10,000, and then I bet it all on one hand. And then I left with nothing.
Why do we need so much dopamine in this moment right now?
I'm low on dopamine, bro.
We all are.
Because Bitcoin's not at 108K anymore.
I consider what you did, Hoddle, as entertainment.
Yeah, that's cope, Grace, come on. That's cope.
Nah, it's true. I knew it. Listen, when you go to the casino, you know you're not going to win. Like, or you shouldn't be thinking, I'm about to take them for everything they got. Like, no, if you're thinking that, like, you're wrong. It's just for fun. I like, by the way, the Sahara, which they rebranded to the SLS. Or I guess maybe now it's the Sahara again. I can't keep up. Actually, it's a nice hotel if you're looking for, like, a cheaper place to stay on the Strip. They did a really good job with the remodel there. It's a little bit out of the way from the main Strip, but, like, it's more down by the Stratosphere, which is where the Strip ends. But it's pretty good. It's, like, nicely remodeled. Whereas, like, I was in Caesar's Palace the other day, and I was like, this place looks old, you know, and grungy. or the Venetian too. I was in the Venetian. I was like thinking to myself, I was like, this place was a lot nicer 20 years ago. I think Vegas casinos just get beat to shit because of how many people are in and out of them, you know? And all the smoke and alcohol that gets spilled on the floor and fucking all the
Can you
bullshit.
smoke in a lot of the casinos still, Hotta?
Oh yeah.
Almost every casino, yeah. This will be the last place. This will be the last place in America that bans smoking.
It's allowed.
They'll probably never ban it.
Yeah, that's never going to work.
So they
Probably
never
not
ban
even.
smoking.
They'll probably be the last one to still allow cash to be paid, for your bets and shit.
No, they never banned smoking. You've been able to smoke in a casino for fucking 100 years. Like, it's never been banned. Because they don't want you leaving the casino. You know?
I mean, they banned it
Like,
in
that's-
Foxwoods, though.
They've
I mean,
also
I think
figured
they
out
should-
all the air filtration and stuff, so it's really like you
The air-
don't really notice.
Yeah. The air filtration is really good these days. In the olden days, you go into a casino, it would be smoky. And now you go into a casino and like you barely can tell people are smoking around you.
There's nothing like having to walk outside of a casino to light a cigarette that makes you feel like cutting your losses more.
100%. Yeah.
That's why a lot of them here have like smoker sections that don't have an exit. They're just like a balcony with fencing around it.
It's like in the airport when they have the smoking area, you know? It's just that gross little room that you go in, and it's like thick with smoke. I used to hate, when I was a smoker and I was on a long airplane flight, that was the worst. Because like, I would just go and like chain smoke like 5 cigarettes right before I got on the flight. And then I'd get on the flight, but like, if it was like a 5-hour flight or something, like halfway through the flight, I would be like, I need nicotine so fucking bad. And I never liked dipping. I just wasn't into it. It didn't like do it for me, you know? So sometimes I would do dip, but most of the time, nah.
Did you ever fuck with the Zins?
Back then, they didn't have Zins, but they had that snooze stuff, which was kind of like Zin. But recently, I bought a pack of Zins because everybody on Twitter was talking about them, and I was like, hey, I love nicotine. Fuck yeah. This is like a, harmless way to do nicotine. Let's do it. And I bought them, and they were sitting on my desk, and I was staring at them, and I was just thinking to myself, like, I opened the can, I was like, should I put one in my mouth? And then I was like, nah. And I just threw it away.
You're like, do I want to try and get not addicted to nicotine for the next 2 years?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Because I was like, I know I'm going to get stupid addicted to these. And I was like, nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I've already quit nicotine twice.
Yeah.
And it sucked.
You do it if you're addicted to the gay fucking vape, which I was. And
Yeah.
That's why I have a Zin in my mouth. But besides
Denver's
that,
about to make them illegal. They're trying to make flavored tobacco illegal.
Well,
that's
New
right.
Jersey, New York, California, I think Hawaii, they already all have. There's a huge black market ring now. It's fucking cool. We will always get you flavored nicotine. Don't you fucking worry.
What's so crazy is what they did to Juul. How they took Juul from like being the biggest company in the fucking world to nothing over the course of months.
Well, the new example of that is the new example of that is a company called Raz, and they did it to Elf Bar 2 years ago as well.
Yeah.
But no, both of them basically murdered their original business, rebranded in a similar fashion, changed all their boxes and logos, confused the fuck out of people. We didn't know if we were getting real stuff or counterfeit stuff or a new company's stuff. But they survive. They're cockroaches.
You know what I never understood? Here's what I never understood about the Juuls or the Elf Bar or whatever. Is why do you need the vape to be disposable? I don't get it.
Well, it's being compact, and also Yeah, well, I mean, the alternative is just the one that's purposely not disposable, which is like a big heavy battery, that's honestly, it's not like it's any cooler to use a disposable one, but it kind of is because it's like a whole statement saying I'm walking around with a battery pack vape, you know?
Yeah.
Like
you don't have to like charge your battery.
Traditional vapes are annoying. Even the really good ones that you can even buy pre-fucking made coils for, and you know, there's great e-juice everywhere, and it's super easy to just fill up a bottle. The disposables, they do not leak. They taste perfect the second you open it, and they've now made it to where a single disposable lasts upwards of 2 weeks for somebody. So it's basically like, hey, I want a vape. Can I afford $20 or $40 a month to vape? Yes, I'm going to do it with the least friction possible with something that's found everywhere. My first customer today was somebody looking for coils for a vape that was popular 3 years ago, and I was his 7th store that he'd been in. He's having a really fucking bad day.
Dude, the guys I hate are the guys who had the dripper vape thing, and they were always taking it apart and dripping the shit on the fucking cotton ball or whatever the fuck that shit was. Like, that shit is retarded. I don't know why anybody would ever do that. Well, but the traditional vape wasn't that bad, by the way. And then
many years ago, that was truly the way to get ultimate flavor, and to make sure that you had safer components in your vape made with American cotton and metal that you could source and bend and create yourself. But just like everything in the world, the battery tech and also the few companies who were trying harder than the other ones, their shit's really, really fucking good now. The first disposable vape was about $15, and it had 300 hits in it. That same vape today has 25,000 hits in it. And it's a better hit, and it's a tastier hit, and it's a safer hit.
Interesting.
The technology's gotten really good. But it really boils down to convenience. Knowing you can find it just about anywhere, even if you have to go an extra mile down the road to find your exact flavor. But
do people buy cartons of Elf bars? Like,
no, they don't need to, because they know they can find one on every fucking street corner.
Do you have like an at-home vape and then like a Elf bar disposable vape or whatever? Like,
no, people don't do that, dude. I'm actually trying to do that right now. I've got a traditional fill up your own vape, and I enjoy the disposable vapes, especially because I get free ones every fucking week. But all I gotta say is the disposable never pisses you off. This other one, even with all my knowledge, all of my tools, everything else, dude, I've already broken 2 in a month. I dropped one from like 3 feet, and like the $60 fancy compartment of it. Dude, I like knocked out an electrical lead somewhere, and it's just fucking dead. It's gone forever. And the glass tanks, those things shatter and break, and you can't find replacement glass, or you can only buy a 10-pack, and it takes you a month to get it from China. We will sell 1,000 disposable vapes for every 1 real vape.
It is an optic
We
thing.
make more money on the disposable vapes as well.
Dude, it's an optics thing. I mean, first of all, it's just easier to get a disposable, but also, like, we're just sitting at lunch one day, and, like, I pull out, like, a little disposable vape and take a hit. You're like, okay, like, kind of gay, but whatever. But if I pull out, like, a bottle of juice and untwist the cap of my, you know, my fucking vape, and I start, like, loading it up, you're like, Jesus, this guy takes this shit seriously.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It looks stupid as
I always used to cringe when the people would, like, when you drip it on the thing and shit. Like, I was like, this is gay. This is so gay. I used to tell my friends, just smoke cigarettes, dude. They would be like, it's healthier. I'd be like, just smoke cigarettes. You look a lot less gay. Like, what is this? But then I was also that friend who was like, let me borrow your vape. That's how I got addicted to the vape, because, like, I was going out with everybody and drinking, and I was like, yo, let me hit that vape.
That's the funniest part of it to me is, like, I mean, like, you don't want to take a hit. It's like, bro, is that a vape? That's so gay. Let me hit that.
Yeah. 100%.
Bro, you look real gay with that. Pass it over. Sounds gay, I meant.
You saw my picture, obviously.
Yep.
I doubled back for this. I saw it driving yesterday, and I literally did a U-turn and went back to take a photo. It's funny though; these things are really difficult to take a picture of these because of the way that the lights, I guess, flicker or something, or like it just didn't register on my camera.
Shit, it actually said that.
This sign actually said that.
feel like I'm in a Starbucks. Hey, I'll have a mocha, frappuccino, grande, whip, no foam, half calf,
Order for
2
Jenna.
shots.
Order for Jenna.
Hey, is my order up? What's your name? Dave. Do we have anything for Dave? Yeah, they're working on it. Okay, cool. There's a homeless guy shitting in the bathroom. And they were like, well, that's okay. It's a bathroom. I was like, he's doing it on the floor. Oh, okay. We'll call somebody. We don't call them homeless anymore. They're unhoused. Okay, thanks. Would you like a snowman cookie? No, I'm okay. Thank you.
Snow person. Snow. It looks pretty. Looks pretty fucking homeless to me.
What can I get you to eat today? This is Starbucks, bitch. I'm here for drinks. I love they always do that one when you pull up. They're like, what can I get for you to eat? You're like, it's nothing.
Well, you know, the last report, Starbucks said they make more money on their sugary drinks than they do on coffee.
Aren't they one and the same?
It's like, you know, one of those weird, colorful frozen drinks. It's like 2,000 calories. It's like, that's an entire meal. What are you guys doing?
Hi, yeah, can I get a milkshake with a shot of espresso?
Bitcoin. Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin,
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin.
Got him fucked up on that nitro.
Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. Bitcoin,
I feel like this is one of my
Bitcoin.
Anytime we're in a social
Bitcoin, 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 coin.
Order for Jenny. He's still in the Starbucks.
Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin.
I'm not a smart man, but I
Bitcoin, 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 coin, Bitcoin, boing, boing, doing, doing.
You gotta keep it
I think
until 21 million.
I think low key that was the song. That's a great song.
It turned into a song, actually.
I was trying to count, but I wasn't able to.
Bitcoin, coin, Bitcoin, 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 coin. You know who sings the original of this? Donny Osmond. That's whose voice it is. Now you know.
Great lyrics.
This song's classic. This is probably the best Disney song, actually.
Spoken word at Starbucks.
Definitely not the best Disney song. Fuck out of here.
Name a better one. Name a better one.
Oh, new world.
That's pretty good too.
Any of the Aladdin or Lion King songs.
I'm gonna counter that. I'm gonna counter that argument right now. You ready? I don't know about that. I don't know about.
The only redeeming quality of Mulan is Eddie Murphy saying "dishonor on your family and dishonor on your cow." That's pretty.
Eddie Murphy's so good in that.
I haven't watched Mulan.
You're not a real feminist.
Yo, how many transgenders do you think Mulan is responsible for? Quite a few, right?
Most.
Yeah, I would say most.
Hey, Zach. Huddle, you watch Conclave?
Yep.
Did you see my message?
No, I haven't. On Signal?
Yeah.
Huddle's favorite Disney song is a transgender anthem.
Just the best beach town in America. There you go.
You act like black chicks.
No, Atlanta.
No, that you wouldn't. It wouldn't be okay for you to do that in America either. We don't like that. We don't want that.
Yeah, the bicycles are for.
Okay. Bueno, yo sí no sé, pues, yeah. Okay.
This project, and if I don't continue it with you, I will continue it on my own because they wanted to shut it down.
Shut it down.
Yeah, but if you shut it down, I will continue it on my own, and if I continue it on my own, then it's my project, not yours. Therefore, I can sell it to whoever the fuck I want. So you either let me build it for you, or
went all through it. I got the parts interchanging book, know what motors use what parts, blah, blah, blah. Man, yeah. It was like, when I got back to my rack, that was the way I decompressed from, like, remembering all the blood was fucking with cars.
Nice. So it's like a more manly man's version of an El Camino.
Oh,
I have respect, and what's the point of talking to them in the first place?
I mean,
I disagree with that.
I agree with you. I agree with you completely. There's no secret book of John. That's what
He's
supposed to be.
but also some people are arrogant. At times they need some conversation and patience and kindness, just like.
Oh, but she, Mr.
Sheep is amazing with patience, bro.
Mr. Tonality is correct. We should be directed into increasing people's belief. The problem is, Mr. Tonality, a lot of people only learn, which is a silly way of learning, through debate. So, yes, it becomes necessary to answer almost
not debate, but actually
about John Weber.
Debates are
No,
gross.
but it says
It's an ego.
Paul says like be prepared to defend and give an answer to which that you have been taught.
Yes,
So
yes.
like
Yo,
is encouraging us.
hey, I want to say something. Why are you putting that up? List of heresies in the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church, I'm not even Christian. The Catholic Church is the most orthodox out of all the sects.
Why not? Historically. You can look at the other side.
Perhaps the Orthodox are the most orthodox.
No,
Benny.
Orthodox.
Now Benny speaks.
That's not true. Orthodox Christians.
Absolutely orthodox.
Anyway,
First church.
Wait, I want to.
Pretend that they're Orthodox, but they're in reality they're just.
I want to hear this. Why are Orthodox polytheists?
Actually, dude, we shouldn't be
Yeah,
doing
because
this.
of their view on the Trinity and their distinction they make.
That's actually
Okay, wait, hold on. So energy essence distinction doesn't really have much to do with the Trinity. The Trinity itself, the way that we view it, is how Christians view it since the Council of Nicaea.
I said the Trinity and essence and existence.
Okay, so the Trinity, we view the Trinity in the same way that Church Fathers view the Trinity.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No, we don't keep to the Nicene Creed as it was originally written.
Even if you did, I wouldn't care. The Church Fathers would be polytheists.
Okay, so the Church Fathers are polytheists. Fantastic. The Church Fathers are polytheists.
Now, as we promised our listeners, I wanted to have us actually do together.
The Church Fathers would be polytheists if they were
Put that right hand over to your right shoulder and touch your right shoulder with those same two fingers. And see that shaft of light continue out through the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. I'd like to play this from the audio series that you created with Sounds True, a course in high magic. So let's go ahead and play that now. And Damien, you and I can do the practice together as we listen to this teaching from A Course in High Magic. So now, we're actually going to begin doing the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram together. Sometimes also known as the LBRP. Keep in mind that whenever you perform this ritual, you are creating a sacred space. You are erecting a temple in which to do your magic. Magicians from past generations used to call this standing between the worlds. You are literally, physically standing in the midst of a circle that you've created that is neither completely of the material world or completely of the spiritual world. Instead, you're somewhere in between, standing with a foot in both places. Always keep that in mind whenever you start, so that you can go about this with an attitude of reverence or gratitude. Never let it fade or become jaded to it until it seems like just another exercise. The amazement of the fact that you're actually doing magic. Always keep that alive. Always keep that in the back of your mind, so that you bring that sense of awe into what you're doing. Stand in the center of the room where you're about to perform the lesser banishing. First, we're going to begin by doing the Kabbalistic cross. Close your eyes and see yourself standing at the center of the universe. All around you, in every direction, as far as you can see, are stars. Direct your attention up to the very top of the universe, where you see a brilliant, blinding white light. This light is the source of all creation. The energy from which everything came and to which everything, including us, will one day return. As you inhale, see a shaft of light descend from that source all the way down through the universe until it reaches the top of your head. And with your right hand, reach up to your forehead and touch your forehead with the first two fingers of your right hand, as if you're getting ready to make the sign of the cross. And we're going to vibrate Now lower that right hand down to your chest. And as those two fingers are touching the center of your chest, see that shaft of light continue down through your head, down through your neck, down through your chest, your pelvis, your legs, until it continues on all the way down to the very bottom of the universe. So that you have this shaft of light that descends all the way through your body and all the way through the universe, rooting you in place, holding your consciousness steady. And as you're touching the center of your chest, we're going to vibrate Move that right hand over to your right shoulder and touch your right shoulder with those same two fingers. And see that shaft of light continue out through your right shoulder and all the way through the universe, all the way to the very end on your right side, anchoring you there. And as you see it, and as you're touching your shoulder, we're going to vibrate Now move that right hand over to your left shoulder and see that light continue out through your left shoulder, out through the entire universe until it connects with the very far end of the universe on your left-hand side. So that now you have a cross of light running through the center of your body, anchoring you in place, keeping your consciousness rock solid no matter what comes against you in life.
Now that is a
And when we're
rise.
touching
What
our
are your
left
other
shoulder,
two wishes?
we're going to vibrate. Now cross your arms, cross your hands across your chest. Whichever way you feel comfortable, left on top of right or right on top of left. But as you're holding your hands in the center of your chest, over your heart, see that cross made of brilliant, blinding white light through your body. You're now rooted to the top, the bottom, and both sides of the universe. You are at the very center of all creation. See that cross glowing as brightly within you as you can make it glow. Inhale and see it glow even brighter. Hold it. And we're going to vibrate. Now let your arms drop to your sides and step forward to the easternmost wall of your temple, of the room where you're going to perform your magic. Inhale and see the light of the universe go through your body, out through your feet, until it fills up the earth itself. The entire earth is full of the chi, full of the energy that you've inhaled. Hold it to the count of 4. And reach out in front of you with your right hand. Extend your right arm in front of you. Extend the 2 fingers on that right hand. And as you see the light flood up from the earth, out through your feet, out through your hand, you're going to use it to trace a pentagram in front of you of blue flame. Go from your left hip to your forehead, down to your right hip, over to your left shoulder, over to your right shoulder, back down to your left hip. And visualize in front of you a flaming blue pentagram that you've just drawn. Inhale again and see the chi rush through your body, out through your feet until it fills the entire earth up beneath you. Hold it. Thrust your right hand through the center of the pentagram you've just drawn, letting all of that energy rush back up through you and into the pentagram. And we're going to vibrate. And now stomp your foot lightly, just to seal it in, just so the energy is sealed inside and does its job. Inhale again, see yourself absorbing chi from the universe all around you. It rushes through your body, out through your feet, until it fills the center of the earth itself. And now as that energy rushes back up through your body, out through your hand, you're going to draw a line of white light from the center of that pentagram we've just created, all the way around the room until we reach the southern wall of our temple. And again, we're going to repeat the process. Inhale, fill the earth up with light. Hold it and draw the pentagram on the southern wall of your temple, from your left hip to your forehead, down to your right hip, over to your left shoulder, your right shoulder, back down to your left hip. And we've drawn another flaming blue pentagram. Inhale and fill the earth up with chi beneath us. Hold it and thrust your hand through the center of the pentagram you've drawn and vibrate the name Adonai. Stomp your foot lightly so that you seal the energy inside that pentagram. Again, inhale, see the light go through you and fill the earth beneath your feet. Hold it and continue drawing the white line from the center of this pentagram on the southern wall all the way around the room until you reach the western wall of your temple. And now again, repeat the process. Inhale and fill the earth up with light. Hold it. And as you exhale and the light rushes back up through you, draw another flaming blue pentagram with your right hand, beginning at your left hip, up to your forehead, down to your right hip, across to the left shoulder, across to the right shoulder, and back down to the left hip. Inhale and fill the earth with chi. Hold it. Thrust your hand through the center of the pentagram you've just drawn, letting all of that chi, all of that energy rush through you and into the pentagram and vibrate the divine name. Stop your foot and seal the energy within that pentagram. Inhale and draw the light through you down into the center of the earth. Hold it and continue drawing the white line from the center of the pentagram on your western wall all the way around to the northern wall of your temple. And now at the northern wall of our temple, again, inhale and fill the earth with light beneath your feet. Hold it. And then again, draw the pentagram, beginning at the left hip, up to the forehead, down to your right hip, across to your left shoulder, across to your right shoulder, back down to your left hip. Again, inhale and fill the earth with light beneath your feet. Hold it and thrust your finger through the center of the pentagram while vibrating the name Agela. Stomp your foot to seal in the light, to seal in the energy. And now inhale and fill the earth with light beneath your feet. Hold it. And now as you exhale, finish drawing the white line from the center of the pentagram on the northern wall of your temple, all the way back around to the eastern wall of your temple. And join it in the center of the pentagram on the eastern wall so that you have a circle of white light going around the room, and you have a flaming blue pentagram in each of the 4 directions. Go back and stand at the center of your room, right in the middle of that circle. Keep your eyes closed and just for a moment, try to visualize all of these things around you simultaneously. See the flaming blue stars. See the brilliant white circle. And now we're going to inhale and see those things glow even brighter than they're already glowing. So inhale. Hold it. Just see everything flaming brightly around you. And exhale, let the air out, but all the energy still stays in. Now hold your arms out to your sides in the shape of a cross. And focus your attention on the flaming blue pentagram before you. And we're going to say, before me, Raphael. And we're going to, as we inhale, we're going to see the figure of Raphael expand out of the pentagram before us, standing guard over our temple. He's wearing brilliant yellow robes.
Who knows?
You can feel the warm, wet air of an early spring day flood into your sacred space. Inhale and see Raphael.
So, Jacob, this is like a meditation. I agree with you. Maybe he is a piece of shit. I don't really know. But his name is Damien Eccles. You can look him up on YouTube. He had some kind of legal problem. I saw some interview with him. Who cares? I don't know. Why are you here?
Before you, as bright as you can make him glow. And then vibrate his name. Raphael. As you do it, try to see the angel himself vibrate with the power of your voice. Now, without turning around, still facing forward, direct your attention back behind you to the flaming blue pentagram behind your back. And again, as we inhale, we're going to see the Archangel Gabriel expand from the center of this blue pentagram. She's wearing ocean blue robes. And you can feel autumn, the feel of autumn, what autumn means to you. The energy of autumn flood into your temple. It's cool, it's damp, it's slightly earthy. It floods into your temple and combines with the energy of spring that was already present. And now focus on Gabrielle as she stands behind you. We're going to inhale and see her glow even more brightly. Hold it. And then vibrate her name. Now direct your attention without moving to your right hand side. See the flaming blue pentagram at the southern wall of your temple. And as we inhale, we're going to see the Archangel Michael expand out from the center of that pentagram, blocking and protecting the southern wall of our temple. He's wearing flaming red robes. And as you envision him, as you see him doing this, you're going to feel the energy of summer come into your temple, into your sacred space. It's very hot, very dry air. Try to feel the feel of summer against your skin as you see Michael standing there. Inhale and see him glow as brightly as you can make him glow. And then we're going to vibrate his name. Now without moving, direct your attention to the northern wall of your temple. And as we inhale, we're going to see the Archangel Uriel expand out of this pentagram. Remember, Uriel is wearing earth green robes. And as you envision him, try to feel the feeling of winter in your temple. The cold, dry air. Everything you associate with winter, feel it flood into your sacred space and mingle and combine with the other elements, the other seasons, the other energy, lending his blessing and his favor to the magic that you're about to perform. Focus on him, and as we inhale, see him glow as brightly as you can make him glow. Hold it, and then we're going to vibrate his name. Now direct your attention without moving up above your head. And there you're going to evoke the Archangel Metatron. You're going to see him dressed in blindingly white, brilliant robes, completely protecting and sheltering our temple from above, so that nothing that we don't invite into this sacred space can enter. Inhale and see him expand there. Hold it. And then we're going to vibrate his name. Now direct your attention beneath your feet into the earth itself. And there, as we inhale, we're going to see the figure of the Archangel Sandalphon form beneath our feet, completely protecting and enclosing our temple from below, so that no unwanted energies can enter this space. She's wearing a very pale brown robe, shining brightly. So inhale and see her beneath your feet. Hold it. And then And we're going to vibrate her name. Sandalphon. Take a moment to see all the angels around you. See the pentagrams surrounding you. And see the circle of white light that goes around the room. Say, for around me flames the pentagrams, and inhale and see them glow even brighter blue than they already are. Hold it. Exhale. And now we say, within me shines the six-rayed star. And as we inhale, see a star, a six-pointed star, right in the center of your chest, made of two interlocking triangles. The upward pointing triangle is red. The downward pointing triangle is blue. It represents the complete balance of all the elements within our temple. Focus on that hexagram, that six-pointed star in your chest, and we're going to inhale and see it glow even brighter. Inhale. Hold it. And exhale. The air goes out, but the energy stays in. Focus on the line of white light, the circle of white light surrounding the room. Inhale and see it glow even brighter light. Know that you're putting even more energy into it. Inhale. Hold it. Now with your arms still extended, turn your palms facing upwards and envision yourself hooking your hands into that white circle around you. And almost as if you're doing a jumping jack, bring your hands together, palms together above your head, and envisioning yourself pull that circle of white light with you so that it closes like a dome above your head and completely seals the top section of the room. Now stretch your arms out to your sides and do the same thing. Hook your fingers psychically back into the circle surrounding the room and close your hands, bring them down to your waist, envisioning that you're closing the dome beneath your feet. So that now, not only have you drawn a circle of white light around the room, but you're inside a sphere of white light completely encases the temple you've created. You truly are now between the worlds. We're going to inhale and see this sphere of light glow as bright white as we can possibly make it glow. Inhale. Hold it. And exhale. The air goes out, but the energy stays in. You are now standing between the worlds in a sacred space that you have created. Even at Then after you've done your magic within this space, and you've left and moved on to the rest of your day, this energy will still linger. It will still leave traces behind. You have blessed the space that you're in. You've cleared it of negativity. You've created a temple to magic right where you stand.
Sunny, positive.
After we had done whatever practical magic we were going to do in this space, we would then slowly begin to get to a normal state of consciousness.
How beautiful, Sunny, positive. Monday vibrations.
Do it gently. Take as much
Monday
time as you
vibrations.
need. There's no need to rush or push.
How beautiful, Sunny, positive and joyful.
Just be happy that you're alive.
Christmas
Let
Monday
the thrill,
vibrations.
the excitement, the amazement of the fact that you are now a magician.
How beautiful,
Let
Sunny.
that flood through you. Savor it.
Fuck them.
Know
How
that you
beautiful.
now have the
How
power
beautiful sending you.
to shape your life to be whatever you want it to be.
How beautiful sending you positive and joyful Christmas Monday vibrations. How beautiful sending you. How beautiful.
So when we're doing magic, the three core components, the three things we have to master, what we're working with, are breath work, visualization, and vibration. To me, by far the most important of those things was the breath work, because it dictates your interaction with the energetic realm, with what we call in magic the etheric realm or the astral realm. You know, we have this saying in magic, as above, so below, or as within, so without. What this means is, you know, just one example, as we inhale physically and take in oxygen with our physical forms, our energetic forms are also taking in a kind of energy that there's a name for in pretty much every culture and civilization in the world except ours. For example, the Chinese call it qi, the Japanese call it ki, the Hebrews call it ruach, the Indians call it prana. Western civilization is pretty much the only culture in the world that hasn't really developed a name or an understanding for this underlying matrix of energy that is within and surrounding the material world. What you're doing with this energy up until then, until you start manifesting, is using it as spiritual sustenance. Now, just like whenever you breathe, you are taking in oxygen that sustains you on the physical level, you're taking in this chi or this energy on the etheric or astral level that also sustains and enhances the health of your astral or etheric body, which is the
How beautiful sending you positive and joyful Christmas Monday vibrations.
etheric body, which is the main thing you are using whenever you do magic. You are moving etheric energy. And that doesn't matter if you're trying to manifest an apartment in a movie theater, or if you are trying to heal someone, or whatever it is that you're trying to shape in your life. You are using etheric energy. The first step in this process is learning how to perceive it, which we do by breath work. Whenever you're doing breath work, what you are training yourself to do is become conscious of this energy that is within and behind all of the physical world. What this breath work is traditionally called in magic is either the radiant divine breath or the divine radiant breath. This name gives you a clue as to an element of how to practice it. When we're talking about radiant, radiant means light. It means to shine. So what you're doing as you are practicing this breath work is you are visualizing light. And again, this light goes all the way back to ancient Sumeria, where they called it Melam or Melamu. And they talked about people who had accumulated massive amounts of this energy around them. So what happens on that etheric or astral level of reality is you start to glow like a spotlight because you're taking in all this energy. People will notice that this is happening. However, they don't know how to process what it is that they are perceiving. They try to translate it into something physical. So once you're doing this for a while, people may start to say things to you like, did you get a haircut? Or did you lose some weight? Or is that a new shirt? Or, they won't know what it is. They'll just know that there is some difference about you that they're picking up in some way that's positive. But they can't figure out what it is because they can only use the physical senses. The main reason what we're doing when we start with the breathing techniques is training ourselves to use a sense that is not a physical sense. It's not your eyes, it's not your ears, it's not your ability to feel or taste or touch. It is something else that you are trying to use for the very first time in your life. That's what we're doing whenever we're doing some of this breath work. You have to learn how to perceive and take in this energy before you can start to shape it to manifest things. When I use the word visualize, a lot of people will say, I'm not good at visualization, or I can't visualize. In all actuality, you're visualizing all the time. You just don't realize it. Right now, if you think about what you're having for dinner tonight, you're visualizing it. If you remember what your grandmother's face looked like when you were 7 years old, you're visualizing it. When you are picturing what you're wanting your future to be, what you want to move to, you're visualizing it. When you think about